All right, yo, yo, yo. I believe we're live. I believe we're live. Um, I believe we're live. All right, guys. Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Your boy is live here. I'll just checking, making sure that everything was a flipping case. Yeah, man. As the title says, we're going to be reflecting on Barcelona, Villarreal, and of course the whole Pogba thing. But I think before I get to the whole Barcelona thing, because obviously I've put my post match out there, so for any of you guys to go and see the post match that I did on Thingy Majig. But I think what's this uh, yeah, look, man, crazy nights, man. It was definitely a crazy night. But I mean, before we talk about let me just move down here a bit so I can look at the super chats. So I think here before we can really pretty much talk about, because I mean I will address the Barca game and showcase and everything in much more detail. Let's talk about Pogba, man. And I think Pogba has been taking some heat online on Twitter. People are coming for him now. And the thing about this is this. Um, oh, okay, cool. So the thing about the whole Pogba thing is this. Can we all agree that this team are a bunch of bricks? Can that now be agreed upon? Because remember, the whole narrative was that um, your boy Uncle Mo was mourning. That was the narrative that your boy Uncle Mo was mourning. That he was that he didn't get the best out of the team. And when I said that, look, this team is crap, that this team is useless, people didn't want to listen. People refused to listen when I said, no, this team is garbage. So, can we now agree that this team is crap? The Manchester United team. So I think what's first that they are crap. I've said Ashley Young Ashley Young is arguably a Class B brick. I'm only putting him at a Class C brick because I'm like, what everything, but he's arguably a Class B brick. So because a lot of people would want to come and say, look, man, because if this was Mourinho, we all know the kind of attack that Uncle Mo would receive. So if you're going to attack the Uncle Mo, you're not going to attack homeboy Solskjaer the same way. And I keep telling people this, and people keep thinking that like I'm stupid or I'm a bit deranged by saying this. But I will reiterate the point that I always make. Homeboy, Wolves are the fourth best team in the league, pound for pound. I don't care what the league says. I don't care what mathematics says. Maths is yo man, Danny T, what's up, man? What's up? Wait, let's go. How much do you love? Look, Dennis, it depends on which Batman that you're talking about. If it's Michael Keaton's Batman, then we're talking about 15 out of 10. If it's Bale, like 2 out of 10. So like it all depends. But yeah, that's a very strange question, Dennis. I don't know why you would ask me that. But yeah, so look, but let's just go back to this whole um, let's just go back to this whole Pogba thing. Now, I was having a nice back and forth online with your boy Drift. Having a nice back and forth with your boy Drift. Obviously, hardcore Liverpool fan, and thinking about Drifty is that Drifty is a hater. So that's just what we need to understand. Like Drifty is a hater, and Drifty just believes that Pogba and Lala Billaba. So I think we'll probably address this on this week's edition of Hope It's Banter. We're definitely going to address it. But the thing is this is with Pogba, you have to understand what you're getting as a player, and there are people who buy into what the media writes, and there are people like me who take a step back. People like me and other people who take a step back, like I know what this player is. This player isn't the oh As you know, I mean, basically, this player isn't um the kind of player that has been touted in the media. He is not a midfield controller. He's not a Zidane. He's a Modric. Pogba is a Pogba is a particular kind of player who is versatile, as in he can score a goal from you, he can produce a killer pass, he can sometimes keep play, he can make a tackle, he can hustle, he does all these different things. He doesn't have a clearly defined midfield role, which is what makes him so useful. Because unless you're mad or crazy, Pogba is an essential piece in any team that you have because of his varied skill set. So, and the issue that United are having is if you're putting Pogba next to Pereira, Matic, and Herrera, there's only so much he can do. And he looks to one side, you've got Ashley Young, who's a brick. Other side, sure, yeah, there's not that much to work with. It's a very different proposition from when you have Vidal and Pirlo and Khedira in your team. So people have to understand what you're dealing with when you're getting Pogba. So to come out and say Pogba is overrated, Pogba ain't that good, he ain't that, it's like, because you're not, like, unless you're hating, you're not understanding the plan. Because again, Pogba played a key role in France winning that World Cup. Whether you like it or not, Pogba is technically a damn good player. Technically, he's a damn good football player. But you have to understand that when you're in the central midfield trenches of a crap team, it's nigh on impossible to make any kind of impact. That's just me keeping it a stack. That's just me keeping it fully a stack, man. So, look, as far as the top four thing goes, I have no idea who's going to finish top. See, let me tell you this right now. I believe Arsenal, you can book it. That last spot between Tottenham, United, and Chelsea, they're going to be fighting for that. I think it's going to be a three-way fight for that last spot. But I think Arsenal are pretty much in a good space to hold on to that third spot. Obviously, I have to now see what Tottenham do against Crystal Palace. But I think, look, man, don't hate on Labille. Don't hate on Labille. Don't hate on a World Cup winner. Just don't do it. It's not very nice. Okay, let's discuss Villarreal. I made a mistake with what I tweeted out. I said 4-2 with 7 minutes to go. They were winning 4-2 in the 88th minute. There is very little. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. There is no excuse for what Villarreal did. To be able to hold on to a lead like that is shocking. Now, people have been giving Umtiti a lot of crap, and I've been saying, "Oh my gosh, if PK was there, blah 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 blah." For me, I still believe PK is past, and I still feel like PK is in and out of the break academy. Umtiti is coming back from an injury, and if you're coming back from an injury, and you're having to go up against the GOAT, Samuel Chukwueze, it's good. It's going to be very, very tough. But 100%, it was lights out. Like, those guys, they got walked. And I think that they are very lucky that it didn't, that it wasn't worse. Because it could have gotten a lot worse because Villarreal played those guys out. But for me, I have to look at the coach, and I do not know why managers keep doing this. You're winning the game. You're the inferior team. You don't have the luxury of stepping off the gas and taking off your best players. So, what was the manager thinking in taking those guys off? Like, why would you take off Chukwueze? Why? For what reason? But whatever the case may be, look, man, I think Juninho is the best free kick taker of all time. Juninho is the best free kick taker of all time. An argument can be made. And arguments can be made. I'm just saying that an argument can be made that Messi might be number 2. I think an argument can be made that Messi might be the second best free kick taker of all time. Because at this rate, it's like a penalty. Literally, if Messi is a few yards away from the 18-yard box, it's almost as good as a penalty. So, I mean, obviously you've got David Beckham. You have homeboy. I'm trying to think of the. I think really Beck's is only really great free kick. Shilavet was a keeper who actually came on and used to do his own free kick. But I think Messi, you probably have to put him as second free kick taker. And let's call up and let's talk about the cannibal. Remember, guys, if you want me to view your comments and read out your comments and respond to your comments, man, just use the super chats. Use the super chats, and I'll be able to give you a shout out and respond to your comments, man, so I can see it. Oh yeah, Pirlo. Good points. Thank you, man. Pirlo. Speaking of cannibal, that's it. That was a damn good goal. Like that's there is no greater definition of clutch than one he did. That is what you call clutch. Like that is the very definition of that you call clutch. I mean, to score a goal like that in that circumstance and with his left foot. You see, Cannibal at his best is the best striker in the world. The problem is that Agüero is just much more consistent. So if I'm going to choose between Agüero and the Cannibal, I'm going to go with Agüero because I know that Agüero is more likely for him to be vital and very consistent. So, but the Cannibal at his best, dribbling, finishing, clutch. I mean, look, what can you say? All right, let me look at these super chats. So from the bullisher. Again, I can't really swear online. The elites will be vital to this team. Yeah, I think Barca need a top defender, and I always believed that. I believe that. Oh geez, let me. Sorry, I believed that the elite was coming in to replace Homeboy. Like my thought that he would replace PK. So let me tell you guys. So I mean, is he replacing PK or is he replacing Umtiti? Because I think Longley is really a bench warmer. Because I thought he was going to replace PK, but again, are people not going to use this Umtiti performance and say, "Oh no, Umtiti, this guy is going to replace Umtiti"? I don't know. It's hard to say. But Barca definitely need a delete in there. But I think the key thing about it is that they need delete and an experienced defender. So maybe it will be a delete and a PK. But how long can PK still be playing at the high level? That's what I want to know. Because people say, PK has been doing well. Let's now see PK come United semi-final and everything in the Champions League. From Nassim Foran, PK has been great this season. First half of the season he wasn't. Let's be real. First half of the season he was a break. Last 1 or 2 months he has been very good. He has improved. But let's just be honest. Like during those first few seasons, I think it was against Leganes where literally he passed the ball to the flipping striker. So it hasn't all been plain sailing for your boy PK. But he's definitely improved. He has definitely improved. That's for sure. Look, man, I think maybe for Barcelona, it's definitely something to be worried about, man, because the way that Villarreal really exposed them and really hustled. That's why I still don't understand how Villarreal did not stop them. But I think you have to look at the fact, which is that remember Busquets is getting old. And if Busquets plays against a team that knows how to run and move the ball quickly, he will struggle. Again, you're going to see the Busquets Kante football battle. And just that just reminds me of it. And Umtiti's coming back from an injury. Longley ain't that. He's decent. Longley ain't a top tier defender. Longley ain't sniffing tier 2. At best, Longley is like a mid tier 3 defender. He ain't even tier 3 now. But at his very best, he's tier 3, which I don't think he'll ever be anytime soon. So, but I think, this, but when you look at this though, you see, Barcelona should baptize United. You know, because again, you can talk about, okay, it's different matchups, different games. I mean, if United get beat by Wolves twice, what do you expect to do when Barca roll up to the Trafford, man? Look, it's crazy. But I think, but the worst thing about Barcelona is this over-reliance on Messi. Because look, I think with what has happened, people will probably be very quick to forget what Malcolm did. Malcolm was very good. Malcolm was really good, and I think Malcolm is a really good option. And I feel that he needs a run of games. You can't just put him in 1 or 2 games and expect him to be money. For him to really give you the best, he needs a run of games where he's playing consistently. So unless you give him a run of games when he's playing consistently, he's not going to ride. He's not going to ride it. So it's as simple as that. So, but I mean, just quickly back to the whole Pogba thing. I think the thing about Pogba is that he is an easy target. Pogba is a very easy target because he's so flamboyant and he puts himself out there so much. When he isn't like amazing, people are so quick to bring him down because whenever he does play well, the hype is so much. Pog boom, he does the dabbing, does the dancing and everything. But then when he now plays badly, I just feel that people are overtly critical of him because I've been critical of him. There have been times where I said, no, Pogba, you played crap this game. You're losing the ball too many times. You're not that good. But I just think that there is a narrative out there of almost people who are waiting for him to mess up. They're almost waiting and are hoping that this guy messes up, which I think is crazy. I just think that's crazy because really we should be fair. We should be fair. But I still have to drive it home. United have a lot of bricks. I was about to say brick. They have a lot of bricks in that team. Matic is a borderline brick. Herrera is a useful brick. Pereira is a brick. Ashley Young is a class C, borderline class B brick. So there are a lot of bricks that are out there. So I just think that people just need to go easy on La build because remember, it's about. I mean, this is just the point I try to drive home. Tell me a central midfielder, a quality central midfielder who has shone in a crap team. Let's take a list of all of our top central midfielders. Verratti plays for PSG. We know the talent that PSG have. Modric plays for Real Madrid. Toni Kroos and Casemiro. Name all of the. I mean, whether you want to bring in Ilkay, Gundogan and everything, he plays for Man City. A lot of these central midfielders, they play for top teams. So you have to. Deja vu, man. You have to see if Pogba was in a PSG or a Real Madrid and was still playing like this, hands up, boom. Modric in this Manchester United team, how well would he play? Verratti in this Manchester United team, how well would he play? David Silva or Ilkay Gundogan in this Manchester United team, how well would they play? Eriksen in this Manchester United team, how well would he play? One man can't do everything. One man can't do everything. So it's like puts Rakitic by himself in this Manchester team. Let's see how he plays. Rakitic has Busquets, has Arthur. Those are 2 quality players. There's nobody even close to the quality of Busquets and Arthur in that United team. Again, may I remind you, Herrera is a useful brick. Matic is a borderline brick. Pereira is a brick. So that's because like if you look at the Brick Academy, there are a lot of bricks all come from the United team. Someone mentioned this Avengers Endgame. So in case you don't know, the preview is out. I have not gotten my ticket yet. I've not gotten my ticket yet. Sam, I'm addressing the few things that you have said, man. Don't worry. Remember, guys, I am looking at your comments. I am looking at your comments, but obviously, the ones that use the super chats, I will definitely read because I can view them. But I'm looking at your comments and everything. Henderson and Milner, get the hell out of here. Don't even bring in that's Brexit's midfield. But I think, look, I've only seen Infinity War once. So I need to watch the game. I wasn't the biggest fan of Infinity War, because I just felt that they didn't really make the right moves in the Infinity War. So Endgame, I'm looking for this guys to pull through. I'm looking at why what was the whole thing about? Yeah, I didn't click the video. What was the whole thing about Sophie Rose? Give me um if thinking about it. But yeah, so this Avengers Endgame thing, this it's big. But let me be real with you. I don't give a damn about Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is a brick. Captain Marvel is a brick. I am going into that movie solely for Captain America. Captain America is my boy. Captain America is my guy. All I'm doing and all I'm going in there for is for Captain America. Nothing else matters to me. So for the Russos, if you mess up Captain America, you should not be allowed to direct any other films for the rest of your career because Captain America was disrespected. Um, he was completely disrespected um, in thingy. Basically, she was basically disrespected in Infinity War. So he better come good right now. And that's the thing. But look, man. I mean, it is going to be interesting, man. How they do this thing. And look, for me, the only guy that can beat Thanos is Thor. Like only a god can go up against Thanos. Like what they had is Iron Man or Cap was supposed to do against Bloody Thanos. Like the only guy that can beat Thanos is flipping Thor. He's the only dude. So Thor is because again in that scene you see Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America, which is a strong scene because that is like the original three that they have over there. So I just don't know. I mean, like I mean, I don't want to get my hopes too much high because if every time I raise my hopes, they just come crashing down. So it's going to be pretty much tough, man. Um. So, but look, man, back to some football right now. Solskjaer has a tough thing on his hands, man. Um. Wait, people, why do you hate Zad so much? I don't. I'm seeing a lot of hate for Zad. It's not my fault that he's top five. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. Like it's just facts. He's top five. Homeboy is flipping top five. You just have to accept that. You just have to accept that Homeboy is top five. Um. So, oh, yeah. Well, look, I'll probably view that whole. Look. Bonucci is a breaker anyway. So, um, but I think somebody was mentioning about United spending and what Solskjaer needs to do. This is what I mentioned before when Solskjaer got the job. If Solskjaer is not supported in the transfer market, he's screwed. He will fail, guaranteed. First of all, even if Solskjaer is supported in the transfer market, there's no guarantee that he will still succeed. But 1000%, mark this down. If he isn't supported in the transfer market, United are screwed. United are completely screwed. So that just goes without saying. United are completely screwed if he's not supported. I mean, United need a midfield general. They need a midfield general, 100%. That is the first thing that they need. Um, Beyond that, they need a wing. Ashley Young needs to be replaced. They need a wing back. Shaw is fine. Ashley Young needs to be replaced. A midfield general, someone to control the midfield, and they need an attacking wide man. They need an attacking man because Sanchez has proven that he's a brick, and Rashford is strong as a striker. So I think and basically three. I mean, as far as priority, the first priority is a central midfielder, a quality possession-based central midfielder, someone in the mold of a Toni Kroos. Second, I would say a top-tier central defender. Then thirdly, either a quality attacking wing back or a quality attacking wide man. I think those are the three main areas they need to strengthen 100%. And I think when you look at the team, that is where they struggle because they struggle to keep hold of possession. I don't think there's a strong defensive leader in that defensive line, and their wide men just aren't strong enough. I think Rashford, that's a secondary role for him. And you just see that, Martial struggles out wide. Rashford is somewhat effective there, but you just say naturally, he's more naturally adept playing as the striking dude. So I just think that's what for United need. And I think with regards to Barcelona, man, all I'm saying is this because I just have this worry. And my worry with Barcelona is that if Messi gets injured, then what? Phil Jones, Van Dijk football battle. Are you mad? Well, if that happens, then that will be like the first like 7-0 football battle. It will be either 7-0 or 5-0. It depends how many things you want to do. So I think with Barcelona, like if Messi gets injured, Barcelona are screwed, and they shouldn't be screwed because a team of Barcelona's ilk shouldn't be so reliant on the existence of one player. Which is why I say that if Barcelona do the treble this season, it may be one of the most impressive trebles based on the workload that Messi has had to do. Look, I'm not going to mention HGH, okay? All I'm going to say is that has Messi ever had a long-term injury? Because it seems that this guy is pretty much always injured, man. Always fit. So, super chat from Ricky Rick. Thank you for the super chat from Ricky Rick. United need half a new squad. Young is a pure brick. Yeah, as I said, they at least four new players in this team. A minimum of four new players. That is definitely key. Super chats from Micro Aggressor. Yo, Micro Aggressor. What's up, man? This is a regular on the Hangouts. So if Messi gets injured, Barcelona's likelihood of winning will go up. Check out their win rates without him. Micro, let's be real. I know that you're a hardened Portuguese aficionado, but let's be real. You can bring stats to me of their win rates. Now, is that win rate in the Champions League or in La Liga? Because let me tell you right now, I don't give a damn about stats or win rates. Barcelona are not winning that Champions League without Messi. Impossible. If Barcelona face Liverpool, which I believe that they will face, Liverpool beats Barcelona over 2 legs without Messi. I think Liverpool have the team, specifically the defense, to beat them over 2 legs without Messi. Messi is just the difference maker. And when you have a guy that if he has a free kick out of the area, is pretty much a penalty, that's a huge asset. That is a huge flipping asset to have. So don't hate, man. Don't hate. Like just keep it a stack, man. Keep it flipping a stack. From Ash R, another super chat from Ash R. Hello, boss. What are United's chances versus Barcelona? Very slim. But as much as I say very slim, the more and more I think about it, I believe that there is a way that United can beat Barcelona. It's very slim, but I look at the speed of Rashford. Let's see, United have to play the perfect game. They have to play 2 perfect games. A perfect attacking first leg and a perfect defensive second leg. A perfect attacking first leg, going all out, taking their chances, and the second leg where they're defensively perfect and they counter attack to perfection. But I think look at the speed of Rashford, Lukaku's effectiveness when he wants to be, Pogba's usage of the ball. I do believe that there are tools there and ingredients for them to cause a shock. It's going to be very, very unlikely. It's going to be very, very tough, but I believe that there is definitely a possibility for that to happen. Bullish the Bullisher, another super chats, man. Thank you for the super chats. The Oos helped them. His name is the Oos. I don't know who Dembele is. He's called the Oos. The Oos helps Messi. I would say that the Oos complements Messi. I mean, look, the first choice front three for Barcelona is the Oos, Messi, and the Cannibal. And I think the thing about the Oos is, you see, I saw there was a moment in the game when I think Malcolm had the ball, and I think Messi wanted him to pull the ball across, and I think Malcolm messed up. So I think I think the reason why the reason why I believe that Malcolm doesn't play enough is because I think Messi is frustrated with him. I don't think that he complements Messi very well. Whereas when you look at the Oos complements Messi very, very well. But I just think with the Oos, he's better than Malcolm. But I just think that see Malcolm has a very distinctive style in how he runs with the ball. The Oos, because he's ambidextrous, is more varied in his skill set. And therefore, it's much more difficult for you to tackle him because he doesn't have a particular style and a particular pattern in which he plays. His pattern is very well because he can right, left, quick, fast, technical, slow down, and direct, a bit more left to right. So it's a lot more varied. So I just think that, but the Oos brings a different element to that Barcelona front three. That means that Messi doesn't have to carry a lot of the workload. Messi doesn't mind having the workload, but I think that, which is why I say, like, look, that front three is a problem. The Oos, the Cannibal, and Lionel Richie, that's a problematic front three. That's going to really that I'm not sure many teams will be able to defend that. That's why I really want to see this Liverpool Barcelona game. Because I really want to see how well Liverpool's defense copes with our front three. Like, I really want to see that. Because I just want to say, okay, Van Dijk, people prop him out as the best defender in the world, top defender in the world. Van Dijk versus Messi, let's see. Van Dijk versus the Oos. I want to see the Oos versus Van Dijk. If you say Van Dijk is top, let me see whether he can do it. From CFC Anuj, thank you for the super chat. So super chats from CFC Anuj. Nuno helps Chelsea for fourth. Man U are not a big club. Look, man, that's what I said. There is a strong possibility that Nuno could have helped Chelsea to get this top four. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So looking ahead to the game on Wednesday, well, we can say tomorrow's game. We can all assume that Cardiff are going to get baptized. They're going to get baptized and they're going to get syringed. They're going to get baptized and syringed. Remember, guys, if you want to know all of my different terms, head to my Twitter profile. I have pinned it on my Twitter profile page, so you can know what is a lubrication, a sacrifice, a circumcision. I've put it all in a nice little good thing, so you can just go to my Twitter page and just view it in there, man. Can I just say something about Liverpool fans? Look, a lot of my friends are Liverpool fans. I have a lot of good friends of mine who are Liverpool fans. But Liverpool fans, sometimes, and this is not all, because there are a lot of Liverpool fans who are very realistic. Like, Liverpool for everybody on the hanger, he gets very realistic and everything. But I just think that there are a lot of people that I think a lot of Liverpool fans slightly overrate their players. Which is why I need a Liverpool Barcelona game to happen, because to prove you're the best, you've got to do it against the best. You've got to do it against the best. For me, I mean, you can argue that Van Dijk is the best defender in the world, but and if someone would say that Van Dijk is the best defender in the world, boom, his reading of the game, composure, tackling, the importance, and for me, I think that he's a strong candidate to be Premier League Player of the season. So all because you're great in the Premier League, does that make you a great in the world? Is the Premier League the benchmark for excellence? Just saying. Is it the benchmark for excellence? Because I really want to see Van Dijk against Messi. I really want to see Van Dijk against the Oos. Because, so Man City are quality. Quality team. Man City, Tottenham. There is no front three that has anywhere near the skill set of the Barca front three in the Premier League. No one. Okay. So, like, there's nobody that's in the same psychology as Messi in the Premier League. Nobody has the ability of those in the Premier League. Cannibal on his day, it's him and Agüero. But Cannibal on his day, there's an argument that can be made that he's ahead of Agüero. But Agüero, no, Agüero is real. Agüero is real. I will also say Agüero is real. So my thing about this is that Van Dijk, bring that form that I know you have against the very best. So what? Bring that form you have against the very, very best. And then we can then decide whether you are in fact the one you are. Because the thing about you can, you know what, you can still be a fan of your team and look back and say, oh no, this guy's trash. This guy isn't very good. All because you're a fan of your team doesn't mean that everyone in your team is amazing or everything about your team is amazing. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Sari is a psychopath. I don't just want to put that out there. Sari is a psychopath. So by the time people view this, I don't know. Obviously, people will view this on playback. Sari said that he's thinking now whether he may start Callum Hudson or Doyle not. I mean, what is this guy trying to prove? William uh, how do you know how it must make you feel if in almost every single game William starts ahead of you? Do you know how that must make you feel? So it's look, it's madness, man. But Zad, man, people wanted to talk to me about Zad. Zad might be like, because I'm trying to think of a scenario that Zad stays at Chelsea, because this summer is going to be big. But let me just for a bit of clarity, if Chelsea don't get top four, if Chelsea don't get top four and they don't win the Europa League, it's a done deal. Simple as that. It's a done deal. There's only so much Zad can do, because Zad has carried this team this far. Scraps. So are we going to forget that Zad won a so are we going to forget that Zad won a call it a league with scraps in 2015. Are we going to forget that? No. So let me just see. Super chats from Ricky Rick. What has Agüero done in the national team and Champions League to be compared to the Cannibal? Cannibal number one on his day. My thing about it is that it depends what we're talking about. In terms of form, just form, Agüero, recent form. If we take everything into account, technical ability, achievements, skills, so forth, it's the Cannibal. The Cannibal is a better player than Agüero. See, this is the way it gets thinking. Agüero is the better striker. The Cannibal is a better player. Like, I think Agüero is more lethal. Striking, he's more lethal as a striker and a pure finisher. The Cannibal can finish, but I don't think he's as potent a finisher as Agüero. But the Cannibal is just a better player. He's a better dribbler. He's got better ball control, and he's got better tactical skill, and he's just got a better skill set than Agüero. So it just depends what you're looking for. It just really depends what you're looking for. Like, the Cannibal can do more on the ball than Agüero. But if it's a one-on-one, I've got more faith in Agüero scoring that one-on-one than the Cannibal. And Agüero has scored some sensational goals. Some absolutely sensational flipping goals. So, but just look, so looking back at the state of the Premier League, man, do you know, I was actually thinking about this to today. This won't happen, but just for the sake of argument. If, let's just say, for the sake of argument, City drop points against Cardiff, I guarantee you, I will put money down, Liverpool will drop points against Southampton. Guaranteed. So, like, if City win, which we expect them to win, I expect Liverpool to beat Southampton. I just think there's something in Liverpool's team, mentally, psychologically, that they can't deal with pressure. And when it comes down to really making that statement, I just don't... Like, it's a very good team, a very talented team, and I think they're very rigid and unstrong. But for me, I feel that these guys have a better chance of winning the Champions League than they do have of winning the league. Even if, like, it may seem that they have a better chance of winning the league based on where they are, I just think that it's weird. Like, if City slip, Liverpool will still slip. Liverpool, like, at a point, I think Liverpool could have been 10 points. Like, when all is said and done, we just have to revisit that. Liverpool could have been 10 points clear at a point. Liverpool could have been 10 points clear at a point. And at a point, Man City lost to Newcastle. And at that point, it was like, okay, it's over. Because City losing to Newcastle, and if Liverpool won those two games that they should have, case closed. Case closed. It would have been case closed. Case closed. So, a bit of news, man. Let's just cover a bit of news. So, I was reading today, Toni Kroos. So the rumor is that Toni Kroos is going to be leaving Real Madrid this summer. And the rumor is he's going to be going to Man City. Was Toni Kroos ever an elite central midfielder? Let's be real. Was Toni Kroos ever an elite central midfielder? Because I'm not sure he was. Good, quality, but I think a case can be made that he was slightly overrated. So, if Real Madrid gets a Verratti and they sell Toni Kroos, would they really miss him? Because I always say to people, Verratti is technically speaking the best central midfielder in the world. Toni Kroos at Man City works very well. But I believe that if Real Madrid are looking to rebuild and re-energize and to refresh their squad, I think that they need to do away with Toni Kroos. And if it's between Modric and Toni Kroos, I say you do away with the Toni Kroos. And you get a younger midfielder to complement Modric. Because Modric needs a good complement to, and really, Toni Kroos has always been the side piece to Modric. Modric has always done the heavy lifting. Always. So Toni Kroos was the complementer. But Toni Kroos at Man City, that's a good purchase. Like, that's a really good purchase. And that is a, like, if Real Madrid ask like for 100 mil or 90, because I think he's got 3 years on his contract, they ask for 90. Because look, City have the cash and financial fair play, who cares? You sell Kroos for 90 and you use that 90 to try and say what's up to a few certain midfielders out there, a younger buck to complement Rich. It's good business. It's good business for Madrid. It's good business for Man City. So for both parties, it's great. Both parties win. Both parties win. So let me check out this super chat here. Thank you to JJ Samuel for your super chat. Chukeze, aka the Igbo Demon, is giving me as a Nigerian hope in football, but sadly, the NFA selects based on seniority. I doubt he will start in AFCON. All right, thank you very much for the super chat, JJ Samuel. All right, let me actually sit up for this right now, and let me grab a Jaffa cake, because let's get real now. The eye test. So what I always use, it's always the strongest indicator, is the eye test. As of right now, 2019, Samuel Chukwueze is the best Nigerian player currently playing. You can go under the bridge and find some quality players, but you won't. Trust me. Take me under the bridge. I'll give you 5 Ballon d'Or winners. Samuel Chukwueze was the best player on the pitch for Villarreal. I haven't been this excited for a Nigerian player since Julius Agüero. And even Julius Agüero wasn't what I'm seeing this Chukwueze guy do. So, all this whole Villarreal, I think they're flirting with relegation. No, please. Don't take my boy to Liga B, man. All right, please, moving. Anybody look at what this guy's doing now. This guy's a player. This guy's a player. The reason why I've not really been looking too much at the Nigeria games, like the friendlies and everything, I'm going to view the Nations Cup, is like, I am very much against Genoro as the manager. Look, I've got the thing. So, if Nigeria or Genoro, they don't, someone Chukwueze isn't a starter, forget about squad or subs. If he isn't a starter, something's gonna happen. So I'm gonna react. I'm gonna be very angry, and I'm gonna start making some calls. Sadio Mane, guys, Mane, stop lying. Stop lying. It's 2019. We have a Nations Cup to win. Stop lying. We all know you're Nigerian. Stop lying to everyone. Tell FIFA where you're really from. Show them your details and suit up for the green, white, and green. We have a Nations Cup to win. So please get your ass to this flipping team, man. So look, man, Jaffa Cakes and Supermons. What can I say? What can I say? Look, man, shout out to Moise Keane. I don't know how many of you people know about your boy Moise Keane. He's 19 years old. And it's always very interesting seeing, it's like the parallels between him and Balotelli are too much. Young player. I think he's scored more goals than Balotelli at this time. Black player for Italy with the whole racial thing and everything. it's very interesting. It's is very interesting. I just hope that Moise, because look, the future is looking interesting. Moise Keane, Jadon Sancho, Hudson Odoi, um, the Oos, the prodigy, some quality players coming through, man. So, like, I'm really excited to see when Messi and Cristiano retire, who are now going to be the big dogs. Who's next going to take the throne? As I said, Neymar is a waste, man. Guys, the guy's a complete waste. The guy's just a prima donna. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, but just really just going back to this whole actually City. I want to right back to Man City because I'm worried. What if these guys win the quadruple? I mean, has anybody addressed that, or are we not addressing that? Just what if they win the quadruple? Because it's very feasible. The FA Cup is done. That's a done deal. Wolves ain't doing nothing. Do you know how sweet it would be if Wolves, like, if obviously Wolves have to get past what? So if let's say we have a Wolves Man City FA Cup final, do you know how sweet it would be if Wolves were to win in that FA Cup? Whew. But I strongly doubt it. Premier League, I feel, is done because Liverpool just can't react. I think Liverpool will keep on winning. They'll keep on drawing and everything, but I just don't think that Liverpool will be able to take the initiative if City drop points. Because City may still drop points. Let me be real. Don't assume that City will win all of their games. That City United game, I think, is going to be critical. That's going to be a critical game. And I do see that there's maybe one game that City may drop points, but will Liverpool react? I just go past. I go based on past experience. Past experience has told me that Liverpool have been unable to react when City have messed up. So the Champions League is where things get tricky. I'm not sure they get past Juventus. That's it. I'm not sure whether these guys get past Juventus, but let's just say, and this is very scary, but let's just say, just for life, let's just play this game. If Pep wins the quadruple, first of all, has the manager ever won the quadruple before? That's the scary thing. But if they do win the quadruple, we're gonna have we will have to open up some kind of a conversation. I don't want to open up that conversation. You know, I just don't because I watched that flipping documentary. I watched that documentary and I know how um obsessive this dude is. But if he wins a quadruple, that would be that would have to rank as one of the greatest managerial achievements of all time. You can you can say Coach Scunthorpe, FC Porto to a Champions League. You've spent way too much money, billions upon billions upon billions. Still, a quadruple, that's real, man. A quadruple is real. Okay, let's see what some of you guys are saying, man. Super malts, baby, yeah, man. Look, man, trust me, my super malts crates are coming. I've spoken to super malts, so I don't think it was an April Fool's joke. I gave them my details, so yeah, my crates are coming, man. Those crates are on the way, man. Those crates are on the way, man. Um, Zad winning the Ballon d'Or. I don't think Zad can win the Ballon d'Or. Um, I I just it's very unlikely because it's I mean I think they're just even if even if you were to take Cristiano and Messi out of it, first of all, this guy is approaching 30 as well, and you just have too many quality young players. If the prodigy stays in France, he'll always have an amazing season. You've got the Oos, you know, Neymar still knocking about. So I just think that there are a lot of guys who are in particular teams and particular situations where they're far likely to shine. Which is why I say that Zad's best chance of trying to get that Ballon d'Or is a look, man. Yeah, man. I mean, Chelsea will suffer. I don't want him to go because I want Zad to lead Chelsea to a treble, which he can because his top three to argue top two. But I mean, if you want to be big time, you've got to make that move to Real Madrid, man. As much as it would be painful, man. Yeah, no, look, I've always said this about Donnarumma, man. I mean, Donnarumma sometimes leaves his brain at home. Why you leave your brain at home, I have no idea. But sometimes he leaves his brain at home. But if Donnarumma, if Donnarumma just focused more, I believe Donnarumma is going to be the best keeper in the world in like 5-6 years because he's an excellent keeper. Just for raw ability, because again, for a keeper, you need to be composed, you need to have good consistency and concentration, which is what he needs to work on. But just for the raw ability of shot stopping and saving, the dude is money, man. That dude is flipping money, man. Let's see. As I said, look, I told you, look, Mane, man, I'm a huge fan of Mane. Because the thing about Mane is that Mane reminds me of the Nigerians of old, which is why I believe he is Nigerian. Because the way in which he plays like a Nigerian. Which is why all I just said, just check his best certificates. Because I think if you check long enough and hard enough, I think that you will see that maybe that this guy might actually really be a Nigerian, But what's I gonna say? Yeah, no. I don't. Because the beauty about Mane is his unpredictability and how unorthodox he is. And because he's so unorthodox, he's so interesting to watch. Because you never really know what he's going to do. But he's in a player where, or even he doesn't know what to do. Like he knows exactly what he wants to do. But it's all logged in his head. And very few defenders are able to anticipate what he does because of the way in which he plays and how he moves his body in random movements. It's very difficult to really understand where he's coming from and trying to take the do that. So as I say, Mane is Liverpool's best attacking player. Van Dijk is their best player. Mane is Liverpool's best attacking player. 100% he is. So I don't think that's like a big statement or anything, man. Dude just is. Mane is just that flipping dude, man. And I think Premier League, even Champions League, Mane is going to play a very, 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 very key role. But all I ask of Klopp is why is the Brexit midfield still a thing? I just wonder why is the Brexit midfield still a thing? Super chats from Ash R. Juve versus City Champions League final, Champions League winner predictions. So yeah, because obviously, if it's Juve Man City, I think Juve win. I'm rolling with them Juve. It'll be a great game, a really good game. But I just think if both teams are at full strength, I see Cristiano being an issue for that defense, and I think Juventus tactically will be able to exploit Man City in certain ways. I just think tactically they'll be able to get that as tactically they'll definitely be able to get that as winner. I have no idea. Okay, but see final. I'm saying Liverpool. I think it's going to be Liverpool Juventus final. People call me crazy. I believe it's Liverpool Juventus in the final, and the winner. I've got no idea. I have no idea. But look, it is getting very close now. this whole Champions League thing. It is getting very, very close, and I personally cannot wait. Because because the beauty about this is that there are so many narratives. You know, there are so many different narratives in this thing because you have the Messi narrative of him taking the mic and saying, "My priority is the Champions League based on the flop." You have the Cristiano narrative. Time is always running out. This might be Allegri's last season for Juventus. You have the Man City narrative. If ever there was a time for City to win it, it's now, based on them not being a fully strong team and how strong Man City are. This is perhaps City's best chance of winning the Champions League. And for Liverpool, there's not necessarily a narrative or a story there, but I just think that Liverpool, the way that they're built, they can go all the way. Because I just think that when Real Madrid had Cristiano and Zidane, they were always this kind of thing, always looking in the background, like, man, you never know what these guys can do. And even when Barcelona had Iniesta, I just think by Iniesta just being there, Barca were right. But I just think with Iniesta leaving Barca, Cristiano leaving Real Madrid, that whole thing of this is a team to avoid, these are the favorites, this is a juggernaut, I think that has gone. I think that whole concept and thingy there has gone, man. In my view, anyway, man. Look, guys, man. I think going to be winding down now. It has been an interesting life here. So I will probably see you guys here again tomorrow, man. Just to pretty much wind down and just look through the review the games, review the matches and so forth, man. But I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped because just to leave you on this, to leave me on this. I believe that we all know the likelihood of the semi-finals we're going to be getting: Liverpool, Barcelona, Man City, Juventus. What I want a spanner in the works. I just think that it's going to be very, very interesting. Yeah, man, love you too, man. Thank you, man. I just think that it will be very, very interesting to what if we see an Ajax or an FC Porto or a bloody Man United? I mean, I just really, hey, what if Man United somehow knock out Barcelona? I you know what I really believe that Messi will retire. If United knock out Barcelona and Barca get knocked out in the thing is again, I strongly believe that Messi will retire. It's not going to happen, but let's just say that Labil scored like the final winning goal. On that night, Messi is saying, F you, fudge you, I'm retired. So, United, if you want to make Lionel Messi retire, beat them in the Champions League. Guys, it's been good. Peace out, stay true. Peace.